we've learned that when you're spelling the I sound, there has to be another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. If not, it's going to say I. If you're spelling the I sound, it can't have a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. If there is, you have to double that next letter. And if that sounded kind of complicated, if that was new to you, don't worry, we're going to go over it nice and in depth and in detail in all of these lessons. That's the Tap 2 rule. We go over that specific rule in every single lesson. And if you want a deep dive, then that is the first class that we did this month in March. We've also learned that when you're spelling the I sound at the end of a word, don't spell it with an I. So I'll say that again. When you're spelling the I sound at the end of a word, don't spell it with an I, spell it with a Y. Especially in short words, that's going to be the spelling that is consistent for the I sound. You're going to spell it with a Y. And at the end of longer words too, if you hear I, spell it with a Y, like multiply, satisfy, okay? If you see a word that ends with an I, that means we borrowed it from another language. But in English, we spell the I sound with a Y when it's the last letter. We've learned a lot about I. It's been a fun month. That when you hear the I sound, the long I sound, in the middle of short words that end with a T, spell it I-G-H. So when you're spelling the I sound in the middle of short words that end with a T, in the middle of short words that end with a T, spell it I-G-H, like sight, might, night, light, right. 2 more things that we've learned. We've learned the tall sh and the short sh. The tall one is TI, and that says sh toward the end of longer words like nation or emotion. And we've also learned the short sh, which is CI, which you'll see usually in careers or occupations like beautician, magician, physician. That CI and TI both say shh. All right, now it is time for me to share my screen. Yeah, so here's our 2 sounds for chai. The first consonant sound is spelled with a CH, and then when you hear I at the end of a word, spell it with a Y. Yeah? All right, brilliant. Next, let's spell the word splite. Splite. So our sounds are S, P, L, I, T. Consonants. S, P, L, I, T. Now, you'll see that that long I sound is in the middle of a short word that ends with a T. So our spelling is I-G-H. If it's an I, long I sound in the middle of a short word that ends with a T, short word is critical here. That means it can only be 1 syllable long. That means that there can only be 1 dot, 1 vowel sound. So it's not subjective. It's not like up to us to determine, well, I think it's short. You can know for sure if it has only 1 vowel sound, then that qualifies it for the IGH spelling, as long as that last letter is a T. So your word is kite. Now, I want you to spell the K sound with a C. We're not going to use a K until I teach you when to use a K for the K sound. So kite is your word. K, R, I, T. Go ahead and put that in the Q&A when you're done. Kite. Hopefully you can see my whiteboard. You can see my whiteboard, yeah? Gorgeous spelling, you guys. Okay, thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Reagan. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful spelling, you guys. This seems like it's a little easy for you today. So I might just amp up the challenge level here in a few minutes. So our consonants are K, R, I, T. In short words that end with a T, the long I spelling is I, G, H, yeah? Gorgeous. Next. Our word together is fipid. Fipid. That first sound is made with my top teeth going over my bottom lip. And then I, p, I, d. Consonants. F, I, p, I, d. Vowels. That first I sound. So when we're spelling a vowel sound, we always try a single vowel first. And then if it works, stop, you're done. And this I can say I here, as long as there's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down, which there is right here. So we don't need any companion vowels added. There's already one provided. And then this I sound for fi, pid, to, well, is going to be spelled with an I too. As you can see, always a single vowel if you can. And this I is going to sound like I because there's not a vowel there or there. So this is an example of 2 I's in the same word saying 2 different things dependent upon the 2 letters that are after it. Fipid. Okay, your word that I want you to say with or spell without me is shy tip. Shy tip. So we have sh, I, t, I, p. Shy tip. Shy tip. So the first sound is sh like shower. The middle sound is t like Tom. And the last sound is p like Paul. Shy tip. Yeah, go ahead and throw it in the Q&A. Every single person is spelling it correctly. You were the fastest learners. Yeah, I was a little nervous about this word, just in case somebody might have doubled that double T, because that would doubled the middle T. That would have turned into an unmentionable. So we're going to keep that a single T in the middle, aren't we? So our consonants are sh, and then t, and then p. Now this I sound is going to be spelled with an I. So we need to keep that a single letter so that that can say its long sound. If that was doubled, that would say its short sound, which I would not allow in my class. And then this I would be an I right there because there's not a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. All right. Let's see if I can kick up the difficulty level a little bit here. Let's try this one. All right, this is kind of medium level. I'm trying to determine if I want to give you kind of a heads up on this one, or if I should just let you try it without an example word. Do you want to try it without an example word, or do you want me to do one with you first that is similar? Let me know in the Q&A. Do you want to just try an example word without? Okay. I love that you guys are just ready for the challenges. All right. Julie, I'm going to type a personal hint for you to set you up for success because you asked for it. Okay. Your word is sifip. Sifip. This f is the sound that's in the middle. S, I, f, I, p. Sifip. Julia, I'm going to give you a little hint right here. It might be a big hint. Sifip. And then put that in the Q&A. Oh, Fatima, I love that you knew that this first sound could be spelled with a C or an S. Let's spell it with an S, even though both are correct, technically correct. That C can make it soft sound right there because the next letter is an E, I, or Y. So if you spelled it with a C, that's perfectly fine, and I'm impressed that you knew that. But just for consistency, let's spell it with an S. Sifip. Beverly, I need one more letter. There you go. You knew it. You knew it before I even said that. Beautiful, everybody. You didn't even need an example word and you're getting them all correctly. Gorgeous, Julie. Nice, everyone. Wow, I am so impressed with you. All right, our consonants are s, I, f, I, p. You knew that in order for this I to say its short sound, you had to double the S, F. That's pretty impressive, you guys, that you knew that. I didn't give you any hints. You just remembered that rule and you applied it to this word. And then this I also says I for the same tap 2 rule. All right, you don't need me. So let me scroll this up a little bit. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a harder word here. Spell the word Plyfindip. Plyfindip. P, L, I, F, I, N, D, I, P. Ply, fin, dip. Make sure that you have the same number of lines as me there. Plyfindip. Plyfindip. Beautiful. Nice. Am I not going to be able to find a word that's hard enough for you guys? This is beautiful work. Every single person is spelling it correctly. You guys, this is the hardest one I have. Plyfindip. Plyfindip. Impressive. Yes, so we have our consonants. We have P, L, I, F, I, N, D. Sorry for the mouse writing. I, P. I right here is going to be spelled with an I just fine because of the tab 2 rule. There's already a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. This I is going to spell its short sound because there's not a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. Same with this I. Okay, well done. Gorgeous. Next. Try this one, another hard one for you because I think you guys are just on a roll here. Brightimbit. Brightimbit. B, R, I, T, I, M, B, I, T. Brightimbit. 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 Here they come. Is spelling just fun for you guys now? Yes. Now I'll say it nice and slow. Brightimbit. Brightimbit. The last sound, red one, is a t, and you'll have it. Brightimbit. Yeah. Holy smokes. I think that spelling might be your guys' new hobby. I think it should be. You guys are going to be taking my place here to teach classes like this. Sometimes I feel like I praise you guys maybe a little too much, but I can't help it. It's just natural. It just comes out. I'm sincerely impressed because these are the hardest words that I have for you. Okay, Brightimbit. Our consonants are B, R, I, T, I, M, B, I, T. Thank you for your patience with my writing. It's hard with a mouse. So I right here is going to be spelled with an I just fine because of the tab 2 rule. This I will say I because of the tab 2 rule. This I will also say I because of the tab 2 rule. I want to try to fit one more in here. And it's killing me. I really want to give you a hint on this one because it hasn't come up yet, but I'm just going to say this. It's the confident rule. If you know what that is, then that is just going to be just a touch of a hint for this last word. Sci-fi-pit. Sci-fi-pit. S, I, F, I, P. Sai, fi, pit. Sai, fi, pit. Oh, Regan, you're doing great if you're really tired today. Yes. Yes, Beverly, good. Exactly. Sai, fi, pit. Sai, fi, pit. Yep. Yep, you guys are remembering. Sai, fi, pit. We still have 2 more classes of review, but we have more TI and CI work review to do too. Sai, fi, pit. Julie, I love that you doubled that P. However, the consonant rule is I in the middle doesn't need to have the next letter doubled. Yeah. So our consonants are S, I, F, I, P, I, T. This I can say I just fine. This I doesn't need to have the double P after it because of the consonant rule. If there's a vowel before it that doesn't touch it and a vowel after it that doesn't touch it, then the I can still say it's short sound and the F doesn't need to be doubled. Okay, and then here's that I right there at the end for the tap 2 rule.